Good evening and happy Thursday night football to everyone. We got a game in just a couple hours, but in the meantime, we're here to help you with your first official game time start sit. Of course, we're here live every day of the week except Fridays, but we're almost here every day to help you break down your tough start sit decisions, your waiver wire decisions, your trade options, anything fantasy football related. So, thank you for being with us. Got a game tonight. Not gonna lie, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be setting aside a full 3 hour block to watch the whole thing. We'll see if it's worth it. Panthers and the Bears. Thursday night isn't always a score fest as it is. Are you thinking this might be a snooze fest because no Justin Fields and Bryce Young doesn't look good?
Yeah, I'm not expecting a lot of fireworks tonight. My wife and I going to dinner. We'll probably leave at halftime. Come on home. Probably will not stay for the entire game.
Yeah, but there are some fantasy relevant players there. Every game, there's something of interest. We'll break it down a little bit and talk about the news. So already we got someone ruled out. Lots of fun. Just when you thought T. Higgins was back and good, he's already ruled out for Sunday. It's a little worrisome because this just was a new injury, right? This didn't happen in the game. This was a practice injury, wasn't it?
Yep, this is very worrisome. Happened yesterday, I think, in practice. Today did not practice, and then Rappaport already reporting that he's not expected to play. It's Thursday. Man, I think right now I'm just fingers crossed that it's not Sunday morning T. Higgins on IR. That's really what I'm worried about. I'm not even joking. I'm not trying to be like the sky is falling here, but
well, no. I mean,
already ruled out on a Thursday. Oh man, I'm feeling like this could be an IR stint for T. Higgins, which basically means what? You're not going to have him until that would be what? He's back week 15, maybe 16. Right. Oh, jeez.
For such a still young player who's been in the league a couple years, but still pretty young, all sorts of injuries. I mean, and it's not like he's had one bad luck, like, oh, the torn ACL, and then he comes back. It's like thing after thing, you know what I mean? Just chronic. But there's no such thing as injury prone. It's just some guys have a lot worse luck than others. Their bodies betray them. That's just how it is. T. Higgins. So, anyways, right now, again, don't push the panic button. Don't go out and trade him for, a bag of peanuts or something. Just know that he's not going to be playing this week. Jamar Chase got a limited practice. Is that right?
Yeah, limited practice. It sounds like he's going to be fine. He's going to play based on what he said today. So, yeah, it'll probably be a huge Jamar Chase game because it usually is when T. Higgins is out.
Right. And so some people are going to start asking, because I've already seen it in Discord, about Tyler Boyd. Quick thoughts on Tyler Boyd. I mean, like it's totally reasonable, totally realistic, but we've been burned, I think, one too many times.
Yeah, look, if you're in the desperation territory, right? You're like, hey, I'm looking at, whatever. Wan'Dale Robinsons, the Khalil Shakirs, people like that. Yeah, just roll with Tyler Boyd and hope he comes through. But yeah, the days of saying, "Oh, one of these receivers is out now, Tyler Boyd's a great start." I mean, I think we've been burned enough to know that's not true. Could he be a great start? Sure, but he's also still very risky. It could be. I mean, we saw it earlier in the year, right? Like when T. Higgins missed games, what was Tyler Boyd doing?
Right, and even in plus matchups, like, oh, they're playing, the Titans or whatever. It does not seem to matter. I really am not sure when the Tyler Boyd breakout game happens. If it's like twice a year now at most. So,
right.
I mean, sure, if you want to pick him up, go ahead, but I'm not going to wholeheartedly recommend that you replace T. Higgins with Tyler Boyd. Let's put it that way. All right. We do have some questions already from people asking about what do we do about T. Higgins. We'll get to those in a minute. So don't worry. We'll help you answer all those. Let me ask though, because one of the first questions I see is about tonight, DJ Moore. We know it's not going to be Justin Fields. Carolina's not a good team. This is the revenge game. Are you feeling DJ Moore? Is he a capable replacement? Is he a guy who should be starting?
Capable is capable replacement is probably the way I would describe him. Like, he's certainly not a guy I feel like I have to start. He's not a guy I necessarily want to start or feel good starting, but there are worse options than DJ Moore this week.
Yeah, at least we know he'll get you some points. Maybe not touchdown, probably not a big game, but he'll get you something. And then that's the other thing is some people had asked about Khalil Herbert. He is not coming back. So no.
Yeah, this is really strange because he was full practice all week, and then they're like, nope, he's out. I mean, look, granted, it's a short week. They don't practice like they normally do, but still, just seeing him full, just kind of expected, yeah, he'll be back. So he's out. I mean, I think now Deontay Foreman might be a top 24 running back for me this week because it's the Panthers defense. He's looked mostly good so far when given the chance, and you don't have to worry about. I mean, you probably don't have to worry about the Bears, like Bryce Young putting it on the Bears and game scripting out Deontay Foreman. Like it's so you can feel pretty good. He's going to get 15 to 20 carries tonight in a really good matchup. So I think Deontay Foreman now for me probably right around the top 24 running back now.
And technically a revenge game for him too. Remember,
True.
after CMC got traded, he was the guy in Carolina, put up pretty good half season. And then, now with Chicago. But hey, I agree. Yeah, Foreman is looking interesting. Rashawn Johnson's still not really getting involved. So you can't expect a smash game, but there's definitely a lot of worse options at running back. So this week, yeah, Foreman looks pretty interesting tonight. All right. So we do have those questions we'll get to. I also want to remind you that tonight you still have 2 hours if you want to take advantage of the new customer special for Underdog. If you have not tried it yet, you're still waiting to sign up. Well, make sure you use our promo code, which is ENDGAME, because that gets you a 100% deposit match up to $100. So dollar for dollar, whatever you put in, you get back in your account. And then you can take that, pick them right there. Bryce Young, higher than 0.5 total yards. All right. I know he's been pretty bad lately, but I still feel he hits this one. So I'm going to take the higher. Now, of course, I can't do this because I'm not a new customer. I've been using Underdog for years, as have you. But if I were to sign up for the first time and to try Underdog right now and go and download the app and use promo code ENDGAME to sign up, then after I got my $100 deposit match, then I would take Bryce Young higher than half a yard. That's just what I would do. I'm pretty sure you're with me on that, right? You go higher?
Yes, I'm pretty sure for as bad as Bryce Young has been, he can get 1 yard.
There you go. That's it. Just 1 yard. So you can take advantage of all that right there. We do have a link down below in the description. Very handy. You can just click on that and it takes you there too. So still got 2 hours to take advantage of this special. If you're running out of time, maybe you're watching this on delay later on tonight, tomorrow, there'll be another new customer special for Sunday. And I believe that one would be Garrett Wilson. So it's never a bad time to sign up and try Underdog if you haven't yet. All right. Now, I do want to get to that first question here because it's not the first, but one of the first. Alan Wendling, all the way down in Brazil. So here's the question. Well, T. Higgins is not potentially out. I think it's pretty sure he's out. They pretty much already said. So do you go with DJ Moore, or I guess his other option is Jerome Ford?
Yeah, I don't really love Jerome Ford this week. It's not a good matchup for him on the road against Baltimore. Assuming PPR here, I might just gamble on DJ Moore. See what he gives me tonight. He at least has a floor, right? DJ Moore at least has a floor in PPR leagues.
Right.
Standard scoring, sure. Give me Jerome Ford. Give me Jerome Ford in standard. But in PPR, I think I'm going with DJ Moore.
Yeah, I think so. Because of the matchup, Carolina defense, not too scary. No, I'm not buying into a revenge thing or anything like that. I mean, that's not the reason, but Yeah, in this case, again, not feeling a big enough ceiling yet for Ford. So I would go more too. So yes, Alan, you probably should. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to do that switch now. Don't hold out for T. Higgins. So definitely,
Yeah.
if you're gonna play more, if that's your best option, put him in now.
I mean, even if somehow, let's just say, for the sake of argument, magically on Sunday they're like T. Higgins is going to play. Like, what the percentage that you actually put T. Higgins in your lineup?
With a hamstring injury, and then it's not going to
0.
happen. If they're already talking about him being out, it's obviously serious enough that we know what T. Higgins does when he's on the injury report. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Even if they somehow magically say he's playing, I'm not starting him this week. No way. No way.
Let's say this now. This is twice. Not that it's a thing, but I traded for T. Higgins. I got T. Higgins from you, and then next week he got hurt, and then he came back, and now he's hurt. And then last week, I traded from you was Dallas Goedert. So now it's becoming like a jinx thing here. I'm starting
who
to
do
wonder.
I want? Is there anybody else?
You see where I'm going? Okay. 3 times, then it's like, okay, we have clearly established a pattern, but hopefully
Speaking of trade, real quick, I know I don't know if you saw, but I guess there's a trade in one of your leagues that needs to be processed before
tonight.
tonight.
I pushed it through. I just did it right before we got on.
Okay. All right, good.
All right, Mike Altawheel was the first comment. I have too many RBs. That's a nice problem. Who should I trade? Have JT, Jacobs, Gibbs, Kyron, Achan. All right. Well, who are you trading away?
I mean, Gibbs is the guy I'm trying to trade away, like now, before he gets, not that many touches again this weekend, and people are like, oh, great. And he's got a ton of value right now. So Gibbs is the one. Gibbs is the one I'm definitely trying to trade away. As far as what you can get, I mean, I guess since you have a lot of running backs, you're going to be looking for wide receiver would be my guess. So I would say maybe wide receivers I still like Brandon Ayuk. I still like Chris Olave. Waddle. Guys like that.
Yeah, Gibbs is the guy I'm trading away here. Hold JT and Jacobs and just be solid at RB1 and 2, and then Achan. Only trade him away if you're getting a really good return. So yeah, Gibbs is the guy. Max Petrini, what are you doing with Rachaad White? Hold or sell?
Well, as always, I'll say if you can sell and you're actually getting a good return, sell him. But I'm totally fine holding him too. I mean, I saw a stat. He's tied with Christian McCaffrey for the most receptions for running backs this year. That's pretty good. Last time I checked, that's pretty good. It's PPR. You gotta feel pretty good about Rachaad White. I get the risk because he was bad early in the year, and you're starting to get nervous. You're like, maybe he's just on a heater, and maybe he is. Maybe he crashes back down to earth, but I'm only selling Rachaad White if I'm getting a good return. I'm not just selling him because I'm scared that this is going to change or anything.
Right. If that's why you're asking, sell because you want to feel like you're selling high after a couple of good games. No, I mean, I don't think. I mean, how high do people really perceive his value right now? It's not like not like Gibbs coming off that huge game, right? And people love Gibbs. He's a rookie. So it's no, I'm holding pretty much if I have Rachaad White because this is what you drafted him for. He's finally doing what he should have been doing. So no, I mean, if he's like your 4th running back, okay, sure. But all right, Big Lush, just an interesting trade here. Trade away Devontae Adams and Charbonnet for Cooper Kupp and Chuba.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt Charbonnet ever passes Kenneth Walker, right? I mean, best case for Charbonnet is maybe it's a 1A, 1B type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking really too hard at the running backs here. I think it's who do you trust more rest of the season, Devontae Adams or Cooper Kupp?
I think I got to trust Kupp more. I mean, he should have Stafford back, if not after the bye, at least soon. I might still prefer Carson Wentz throwing passes to Cooper Kupp than Aiden O'Connell throwing passes to Devontae Adams, to be honest. As sad as that sounds.
Hey,
So give me the Cup Chuba side.
hey, he's been working out all season, waiting for his shot. We saw it. Yeah, I'm going Cup. I'll take a chance on Cup just being himself. At least we know it's not going to be Brett Rippon anymore. We definitely
Right.
know that. All right, Sir Boomer is early. Got Hubbard, but don't want to start him because I have Connor. Word on Connor, of course, unofficial word. Feeling like he's trending towards playing. Yeah.
Yeah, but I felt that way about Khalil Herbert, and here we are. I
That's
will
true.
say if there's a good sign for Connor, it's that they released Tony Jones. So that, when they release a running back, that's usually a good sign. Not really feeling a big Chuba game tonight.
Yeah,
I might
that's
just wait. Like, worst case, you can throw Keaton in, hope he rips off a long run or something, I guess.
yeah, that's the problem. Is if you're playing Hubbard, it has to be tonight. I would
Yep.
hold out for Connor. Again, it's hard to say for sure. We don't know, but we would think he would play. And again, it's not like Chuba. I feel like I'm going to miss out on a huge explosion. So
Right.
yeah. All right, and then Alex Bellevue, 8-team non-PPR, Chuba or Brian Robinson, or we got free agent
What?
options such as Kirk, Dell, Gus Bus, JSN. Well,
I mean, those are some good options on the waiver wire. I know it's non-PPR, but I mean, I think you should grab Christian Kirk anyways. Like,
yeah,
even in non-PPR, he's had to have been pretty good this year, right?
yeah, he's scoring touchdowns.
I also can't believe Gus Edwards is on the waiver wire. I mean, I guess it's 8-team. I guess I see it, but I'm probably playing Gus Edwards over Brian Robinson this week. Am I playing Kirk over both those guys in non-PPR? I don't know.
I mean, I think I would play any of those free agents over Chuba or Brian Robinson this week. It's either Gus or Kirk. That's the question: is do you want to go with a receiver or do you want to go with Gus and hope for the touchdowns? Gus, you know what? He's been rolling. They're at home in standard. Maybe just go Gus.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm leaning because he's got that touchdown upside. So
I mean, I do like Kirk, and I put Kirk in the booms, but again, that's assuming we assume PPR. And yeah, I think at this point you kind of just have to roll with Gus. Let's see, but also I would say this: I would still probably pick up Kirk.
yeah, I would still pick up Kirk. Kirk shouldn't be on waivers even an 8-teamer.
No, all right, Moises 6-3, torn here. 10-team, 2 running backs: Gibbs, Cook, Chuba. 2 of those.
Well, I think in this case, Gibbs is the one I'm starting for sure. And then Cook and Chuba. Man. I think I'm going to give James Cook. I know it's hard to start James Cook, but I'm going to give him the slight edge. They're at home. It's a good matchup against the Broncos. I know the defense has been better, but it's not like they've been elite. They've just been not the worst defense we've ever seen. And you got to feel better about game script this week. Like, I doubt the Broncos are going to go into Buffalo on Monday night and, put them in negative game script. So I think we see James Cook get closer to 15 carries this week, which is probably what we're going to get from Chuba, right? About 15 carries. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going Gibbs and Cook.
Yeah, I'll say this, like with the Bears, if you look season wide, their rush defense isn't that great. They especially give up where the running backs do damage against the Bears this season has been through the passing game.
Yeah.
But as far as just a pure run defense, especially over the last month, they've actually been really good. I mean, looking right here at the rushing numbers, Alvin Kamara got 26 yards rushing on 9 carries.
I was
Austin
going to
Eckler had
say, Alvin
29
Kamara
yards.
can't run for 90 yards anymore.
Well, no, yeah, exactly. Like Austin Eckler 29 yards, Josh Jacobs 35 yards, Madison 44 yards. I mean, it's been tough to run on the Bears. Of course, Eckler had like 94 receiving yards, but
Right.
Kamara didn't have a huge game. Anyways, the point is they're actually not a bad run defense anymore, and they just added Sweat, and I'm not gonna start Chuba if I don't have to, I guess is the point here. So Gibbs and Cook, and then what to do with Higgins? Bench him. Need a receiver and a flex. DJ Moore and Higgins. Yeah. So which two?
Yeah, I'm going DJ Moore and I'm going Deontay in London. London full practice today, so it looks like he's good. Like he'll play. I like his matchup. I'm ready to just get burned by Arthur Smith, but Arthur Smith is taking a lot of heat this week, not just from Falcons fans and beat writers. Like it's starting to become a national media attention thing where like other media outlets are like, why is Bijan Robinson not touching the ball? Why is this fantastic player not getting the football? He's lost 2 in a row. I think he has no choice this week, whether he wants to or not. I think he's got to give his playmakers the ball, even if he doesn't want to.
Just wait till he proves you wrong.
Yeah. Because if you go out there, like if Arthur Smith goes out there and London's not getting targets and Bijan's not getting the ball and Pitts isn't getting the ball and they lose again to Kyler Murray making his first start in the year, how do you explain yourself on Monday?
Well,
or do you show up Monday morning and there's your pink slip and you're out the door? Which, hey, maybe that wouldn't be a bad option either.
That's what I'm hoping happens. I'm hoping he does the same thing, gets the same results, and then something changes. But I mean, yeah, Deontay is the one I definitely feel the best about. You can't play Higgins because he's probably out. I would go London over DJ Moore.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And then he's saying, just to clarify, he is Tyreek Hill on bye. So that's why these are the choices. And that's fine.
Totally fine. Your choices are fine. They're fine.
All right. Kevin wants to know Foreman tonight or wait for Connor.
In this case, I'll just go Foreman tonight. I feel good enough about Foreman. I think he can come through in a great matchup against the Panthers. What should be it'll be a low scoring game, but it'll be a competitive game, meaning that the Bears don't have to abandon the run. So I'll just play Foreman tonight.
Yeah, I feel good enough about Foreman. So again, don't feel good about Chuba. Feel better about Foreman. Think you can do that. Big Luscious. Someone offered Devontae Smith and Chuba for Christian Kirk and Zach Charbonnet. Thinking maybe Devontae Smith benefits because of Goddard being hurt.
Well, he might. He might. I think we saw that last year, right? Like when Goddard was out, Smith had some big games, so he might. I mean, I Smith and Kirk feel very close for me. So, yeah, go for it. Why not?
Yeah, this does feel pretty close both ways. Hubbard and Charbonnet, pretty similar. I think I'll give the edge to Smith, though. I mean, I had higher preseason also at this point. I think I can feel just as good. So, yeah, you can take that. All right, Benny. What's up, Benny Black? Full PPR. Kyler, Pollard, Ford, Kincaid. And then we got to pick 2 receivers in the flex between Garrett Wilson, London, DJ Moore, Taysom, or Quentin Johnston.
I'm going Garrett Wilson and London at wide receiver.
And obviously the flex is.
Yeah, you got to flex Taysom.
Like not even a question. Yeah. No, I am. I'm flexing Taysom, Garrett Wilson in London.
Yeah, for these guys, I'm flexing Taysom.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Mary Jo, I'm giving a shout out to the veterans. That's right. Veterans Day coming up.
Yes, thank you.
And a veteran in his own right, the Libertarian Sasquatch.
Oh, yeah, this is too much for me.
Foreman over Bijan. Getting Arthur Smith. I mean, okay, look, maybe you get guaranteed carries, but are you getting guaranteed fantasy points?
Right. It's still Deontay Foreman. I'm personally still going Bijan. If you want to go with Foreman tonight, if you're feeling Foreman, go for it. It is a good matchup for him. But again, I don't know. He shaved his mustache. There's a lot of heat on him right now. maybe I'm a sucker. I feel like we might see like Bijan get the ball a lot this week.
You never know. I think now because everybody expects him not to give Bijan the ball, then he will just to zig when people expect him to zag.
That's the
Right?
other
Like
thing. I feel like Arthur Smith is like so his dad like started FedEx or whatever. Is that true? His dad started FedEx, so he's just some entitled rich kid, right? He's just some entitled rich
apparently.
kid who rode the coattails of Derrick Henry, and now people think he's a good offensive coordinator, I guess, because he had Derrick Henry in his prime. But I feel like he kind of does do that. Like I feel like if you went up to Arthur Smith and said, like, dude, you're so right for not giving Bijan the ball. Like, yeah, man, keep giving Tyler Algier the ball. Tyler Algier is awesome. He'd be like, oh, really? I'll show you. I'm gonna give Bijan Robinson the ball 30 times this week. Like, I just feel like he's one of those people.
That's exactly it. Exactly it. Yeah, I feel like he probably goes to like flat Earth conventions and things like that. Yeah, it's not crazy, but I'm still keeping Bijan in my lineups too. Now this might be crazy. Choose 420. Michael Thomas booming this week.
I mean, if by booming you mean he won't get you a 0, sure. Didn't he get 0 last week? Didn't he drop the big fat 0 last week?
Was it a 0? I mean, I don't remember seeing him catch any passes, but
no. And I'll say, I admittedly, yeah, zero catches.
yeah, wow,
0 catches. Big boom, Michael Thomas. There can't be any Michael Thomas believers anymore, right? I admittedly have not seen every Michael Thomas target because I have no desire to watch every Michael Thomas target. But every time I do see a Michael Thomas target, it looks like the defender is running the route, not Michael Thomas. Like I never see him open. I'm sure he gets open at some time. Sure he does. But every time they're showing the Saints game on Red Zone and they throw it to Michael Thomas, the defender is like Michael Thomas is wearing the defender. Like it's just, there's no separation. Like, I can't wait for next year when people buy into the Michael Thomas look best. Michael Thomas this preseason looks the best we've ever seen him, and
best ever shape. Yeah, it's crazy. I just looked again. His catch rate is 61%. For a guy who doesn't go deep and get those long
right?
targets, that's not good. In his prime, when he was can't guard Mike and he was the best receiver in fantasy that year, it was 81%. The year before was 85%. 61% for a guy who runs a lot in the middle of the field and plays the slot and does what he does now. It's not good.
Not good.
Anyways, enough about Michael Thomas. Royland. You go Foreman over Pollard. No.
Nah, now this is crazy because I know Pollard hasn't been good, but he's got a fantastic matchup this week against the Giants. I'm going Pollard for sure.
Yeah, Pollard, because of the matchup, you pretty much have to start him. I mean, I know he hasn't been great, but can we say Deontay Foreman has been great other than that 1 week? That one week he was great. But yeah. How about this one from Biwar Malaka? Gus Edwards or Jerome Ford?
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not feeling a big Gus Edwards week. But he is at home. He's been rolling. He's been scoring. I think you just got to keep rolling with him. Like I keep saying this, right? I think you got to keep rolling with Gus until the wheels fall off. Maybe this is the week the wheels fall off. But do you really want to leave him on your bench if it's not? So I'm going Gus.
Yeah, and it doesn't say here if it's PPR or non. I think you still got to go with Gus Edwards.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going Gus Edwards. Miles Zyle. All right. Whoa. Okay. With this, Tyreek, B-Rob, and Dotson for A.J. Brown and Chase.
I mean, there's not many times where I'll trade away Tyreek Hill, but if I'm getting A.J. Brown and Chase, bye, Tyreek. See you later, buddy. See you later. You're gone. Brian Robinson and Dotson, like, okay, whatever. Yeah. Give me AJ Brown and Dotson. And Chase by a lot, actually, by a lot.
Yeah, you're getting Brown and Chase. Look, Tyreek and Brown are basically tied, right? I mean, almost the same yardage. They're at this point have been about the same fantasy wise.
Yeah,
Maybe slight edge to Tyreek, but yeah, then you have okay. So you're trading away, let's say, the number 1 receiver for the number 2 and 3 receiver, plus the guy you picked up off waivers, plus the guy who's like a sort of startable RB2. Yeah, I'll take AJB and Chase easily. What about Jordan Dumas, DJ or JSN to replace T?
I'll say DJ Moore if you just want a floor. I don't even know if DJ Moore has a higher floor, honestly, but
yeah, I don't think he does. JSN's been putting up similar numbers.
I might. Are you there? I don't know what's going on. This is two days in a row. 2 days in a row with the stream. What's going on? All right, are we back?
I'm here.
Man, what's going on? Okay, 2 days in a row. We got what's going on? Even on my side, I disappeared. We both disappeared. I don't know what happened there. It's like our stream is like gremlins. It's not even Halloween anymore. Anyways, I'm going JSN. I just think he has a higher ceiling and probably has a very similar floor. Great matchup for him against Commanders at home. I'm going JSN.
Yeah. I mean, I like JSN this week, so I'm going to go him. I mean, look, if he doesn't get a touchdown, and maybe these guys are close, but yeah, I'm going Jason pretty confidently. Thomas, PPR, Flex 1, Foreman, Watson, Shakir, or Pop.
Yeah, here I'm going Foreman.
Yeah.
Watson, can't do it. Shakir, if you're desperate. Pop, if you're desperate. I'll just go Foreman.
Yeah, Watson, sorry, not doing it. Shakir is like if you're desperate, which you're getting there with these choices. It's not quite the worst, but Pop he's questionable this week too. So far, hasn't he been? Something with a hamstring, I think.
Yeah, I think he didn't practice, but haven't heard if he's practiced today or not yet, though.
Yeah, but even so, just not much ceiling. Yeah, go Foreman. 95. What's up? Doing well as always. Hit the like as always. Yep. All right, so needs help here. Pick 3: Olave, Adams, McLaurin, Wilson, Cooper, and Dell. Yeah, the matchup's not good for Cooper, but what do you think? It's not like a hard avoid.
No, not at all. If it's me, I'm going Olave, Cooper, Wilson. Although I could see Dell having another blow-up week, but I don't think I can start him over those guys. I'm going Olave, Wilson, Cooper.
Yeah, Olave stands out probably the most. So like Cooper this week. McLaurin. No. Yeah, I think Wilson. Olave, Cooper, Wilson. That's probably what I would do. Josh, by the way, because I mentioned the Discord earlier, Josh Putman asking how to get into Discord. So we can drop that link here for you, Josh. Check the chat, guys. Check the chat. All right. Country Connected. Call me crazy. All right, you're crazy. Start Komet over Zay in the flex. Maybe not as crazy as it sounds.
Over Zay Flowers, I might actually go Komet.
Zay Flowers has done a lot of nothing the last 2 weeks. And this week, they're at home. Get what? The number 1 defense in the league, right? The Browns.
Yeah.
It's not crazy at all. It's sad is what it is. But yeah, I think I do this.
Yeah, I do too. Honestly.
Sammy, no hurts this week. Gino or Kyler?
I got to go Gino. I know he can let us down, but he's at home against the Commanders. Like, come on, Gino. Come on. Come on. I'm going Geno.
It should be Geno. It better be Geno for those of us who are streaming him this week. Yeah, I think you got to go Geno. That's where the smart money is. Mainly also because just not expecting a blow up week from Kyler. They'll probably be pretty conservative game plan. So there you go. Mary Jo, Carolina, what? Oh, that's right. On my shirt. Daughter and son-in-law, a Blackhawk pilot, so a veteran family. All right. Well, I'm not yet embarrassed to wear Carolina Panthers gear, but here we go, Carolina Panthers, because they're playing tonight. Because my daughter's in Charlotte right now in college, so there you go. Rooting for the Panthers, non-ironically. Apex Predator. 2 receivers, 1 flex, Ayuk, Dotson, Jason, Gibbs, and not Higgins. So who else gets benched here? Get Ayuk. It doesn't say PPR or not. I just going 3 receivers.
Yeah, I think if it's PPR, I'm going the 3 receivers, not Higgins. The 3 receivers not named Higgins.
No, the first 3 receivers.
Yes.
Good clarification. Yeah, go the first 3 receivers. Gibbs, again, he's going to take a backseat to Monty. And of course, Higgins just not playing. So I actually, and again, I feel really good about Jason this week. This should be a blow up week. This should be a good week for the passing game. And Dotson, we've seen his upside. So yeah, the first 3. Now this is an interesting one. Zach Holler. Did you go Lockett or JSN if you had to choose?
I think I still have to go Lockett.
I mean, I know it should be Lockett. I know that Lockett is probably going to get more targets, and they have the exact same matchup and everything. But I put JSN on the booms over Lockett because I feel like the target share is starting to, shift towards his side. I feel like he's going to be able to exploit the secondary a little bit more. It's close here. Yeah, the logical play is probably Lockett. My gut's telling me JSN, so take that for what it's worth. Okay, now here we go. I'm just going to leave this to you.
Okay.
The Herf Blocker. Taysom Hill or Bijan Robinson.
I'm just out of principle. I'm going Bijan Robinson. I cannot personally play Taysom Hill over Bijan Robinson.
There you go. A man of principle. I admire it as always. Yeah, I don't want to sit Bijan. I mean, look, at tight end is one thing. At flex is one thing. I guess Bijan is. He didn't say. He said in the slot.
I mean, it's
guess
still a
you
great
mean the flex
matchup for
spot.
Bijan Robinson this week against the Cardinals.
I mean, I'm wondering then if Bijan is your flex, who you're starting at running back over Bijan, like who's your RB2? But maybe you could play Taysom instead. I don't know, but yeah, I think I gotta go Bijan. All right, Michael Cazares traded White, Deontay, Pollard, and Khalil for Henry, Bijan, and Ayuk.
Well, I still probably have to prefer Henry over White. Bijan and Deontay might be close now, to be honest. As may Ayuk and Pollard. So, yeah, this feels very fair, honestly. I guess I would slightly prefer the Henry side. But
I think so.
Feels very
well,
close.
I actually, you know what? Sorry, again, I should just read the entire thing first. It's non-PPR.
Well, then I definitely prefer the Henry side.
Yeah, that gives Henry a big advantage over White.
Yeah, and then I almost certainly prefer Bijan over Deontay Johnson in non-PPR.
Or so you can do that deal, or just go White and Johnson for Bijan.
Nah, get Henry and Ayuk. I like in non-PPR. I like the Henry side a lot more now.
Yeah, agree. Henry over White, definitely. Ayuk and Deontay seem pretty close, but in non-PPR, I think that gives a little bit of advantage to Ayuk. He's more of a touchdown guy. Deontay more of a volume guy. Yeah. So if you're getting the Henry side, let's see. We got Keith Tapp. Justin Fields, Sam Howell, Bijan, Aaron Jones, Sungad, Olave, Andrews, Mari Cooper. On the bench is Cup, Deontay, Watson, Javante, Deontay, Jalil, Keaton Mitchell. And this is a 10-man league with a very deep bench.
Well, you
One
got to
flat.
go Sam Howell.
Yeah. So Bijan and Jones.
Yeah,
Olave,
Sungad,
Mari
Olave,
Cooper.
Andrews, Cooper. Can't play Cup. I do like. I'm going Cooper over Deontay. If it's me, but I think if you want floor, if you want more of a safe bet, you can go Deontay.
And then Aaron Jones or like Javante or Deontay.
Nah, I got Aaron Jones in a smash spot this week against the Steelers. I got to go with Aaron Jones. So that's the only thing I would potentially change. If you're like, hey, I don't want to risk the volatility of Amari Cooper, then you can go with Deontay Johnson. But if it's me, I'm risking that volatility because more often than not, he's been good this year.
Yeah, Aaron Jones in a good spot. I know you like him a lot this week. I don't think I'd swap over any of those guys. Seems like the way you have it is pretty good, Keith. Assuming you make sure to put Howell at quarterback.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do, what about Juice 420? Shaheed or Douglas at the flex this week? Floor or ceiling?
Yeah, exactly. That's what it comes down to. Are you willing to put Shaheed in there and potentially get a 0, but also potentially have a big game, or do you want just the safe floor play for Douglas? I mean, there's no right answer here. It's more about what are you okay with? What's your risk tolerance? Do you just want points, or are you like, hey, maybe you got a bunch of guys on bye and you're projected to lose by a lot and you need like a huge game? Sure, go Shaheed, but
Yeah.
really just comes down to your risk tolerance and maybe I guess what you need.
Yeah, for what it's worth, Juice, I have Demario Douglas in several leagues. And I have Shaheed in a couple. There's one league where I have both. I'm starting Shaheed for what it's worth because going against Minnesota, it's a pretty good matchup. Douglas is a little gimpy. Don't feel like it's going to be a high scoring game. So between the two, I'm going Shaheed. But again, just be prepared for the potential donut. And then Sal Palumbo. Here we go. Would you start Boyd over Flowers, Lockett, or MT?
I mean, definitely over MT, maybe over Flowers, but not over Lockett. Lockett's in too good of a spot this week. I'm going Lockett.
Yeah, I don't know if you're asking because you like have all three or you just need one of these guys. I don't know. I'll just say no, yes. Like I definitely start him over Thomas. Definitely not Lockett. Flowers, like it's close, but again, am I going to trust Tyler Boyd? Not if I can help it. So I'll say no, yes. John Myers needs a flex. Foreman tonight, Amari Cooper or Rashad White.
Ooh. I mean, probably Amari Cooper. I know it's hard to bench Rashad White right now, but it's not a great matchup for him this week against Tennessee. Not nearly as good.
No.
I'm probably still rolling with Cooper myself.
I feel like this is almost like a floor ceiling thing too with White, get you some points. Cooper is riskier, but Cooper definitely the higher ceiling. So, but I think we'll both agree in this one, not Foreman. I think you can play the other two players. So
yeah,
I feel like White's the kind of the safer play, but I'd probably go Cooper too. Feeling good about Cooper. Good enough about Cooper. Jerry Parado. Ford, Edwards, Foreman, Chuba, pick 2.
Foreman and Edwards.
Yep. So I'm going, and then
I keep saying I'm not feeling a big Gus week this week, but until the wheels fall off, I got to keep rolling with them. So Foreman and Edwards.
Yeah, I'm going for it. And then receiver pick 3 of Flowers, Dell, guess Gabe Davis, and Downs. Well,
it's probably going to be the first 3. Josh Downs still hasn't practiced. I really doubt he's playing, and it really would not shock me if he goes on IR on Sunday. So I think it's going to have to be the first 3.
Yeah, just you can't put Downs in your lineup right now. So it's
No.
definitely the first three. All right. And then other John in non PPR, another chance to say Mayfield or Murray.
You know, I'm not feeling as good about Mayfield as I was earlier in the week when I sat down to put in the notes for the sneaky starts.
Why is that?
Tennessee actually hasn't been that bad against QBs this year.
No, that's true. They haven't been as bad against QBs specifically. They've been bad against wide receivers, but not so
Yeah.
much QBs overall. So you're right with them. It's just what do we expect from Murray? That's really what this
Yeah,
comes down to.
that's the thing. I probably still start him over Murray, though. Yeah, still start him over Murray.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't expect like an explosion from Mayfield this week necessarily, but I feel good enough about him, and I just don't want to risk Murray. So, and then Pickens or Kittle again, non PPR. So,
Like Debo back. That's not good for Kittle. I'll just go Pickens. I'll just hope he gets 2 feet down this time. Go for Pickens.
I mean, it's funny because you would think this would make a squeaky wheel thing because George Pickens has been complaining for 2 weeks straight. And they asked Mike Tomlin about it. He just laughed. He's like, "Yeah, he just does that all the time." So it's like,
Yeah,
he
he's like,
doesn't
what
really
did he?
care.
What was it? His quote was like, "It's like a pebble in my shoe."
Yes,
That was his quote. It's like a pebble in my shoe. Like, yeah.
So don't expect a big Pickens game necessarily, but he could always have a big play, big game. Over Kittle, I'll go with Pickens.
I mean, it's like the funny thing about Pickens, like he's complaining. Well, I guess he's not really complaining, but whatever. But it's like, dude, you are the one who didn't get your foot down when you had like 5 yards to get your foot down. It's not like they didn't target you all night. You literally had a touchdown and you didn't get your foot down. Like, what are we doing here?
He wanted more targets for more chances to try to get his foot down.
Oh, that's right.
Like if at first you don't succeed, do it again.
Right.
All right. What about Fam first? Komet or Ferguson? Full PPR.
Yeah, I think I guess I got it. I guess you got to go Komet. I don't know. I guess I do like Ferguson this week too, though. But I mean,
Yeah, in full PPR. I mean, I don't know. Obviously I put Komet on the waiver wire, and it's hard to argue against Komet the way his last 2 weeks have gone. But look at what Ferguson's done the last 2 weeks. And he's in a better offense. He's obviously got a better, quarterback and all that.
yeah.
That's the thing.
Actually, now that I look at, he's playing the Giants.
That's exactly it.
At
The
home?
matchup is actually for tight ends. It's not really technically good for either one if you look at it statistically, but it's actually worse for Komet. The Panthers really have not given up anything at all to tight ends over the last 4 weeks. 3 catches for 24 yards. The last 4 weeks, 3 catches total to all tight ends that they have faced. I don't think it's because they're necessarily really good specifically against tight ends. It's just that's the way their system works and maybe who they faced. But I mean, you can't really just completely ignore that. So I might go Ferguson just because I feel a little better about him.
Yeah,
But
he's
this is going to
basically
be
the number 2 receiver in this offense because nobody else has stepped up, right? Like nobody else has stepped up, and they're rolling. The Cowboys are rolling. They're at home. Yeah. All right, go Ferguson.
I mean, yet until Martavis Bryant gets on the field. But
well, true. But I think we got to wait another week for that. So Ferguson is okay for this week.
I guess. Trone Force, Adams Dotson or Noah Brown?
I mean, can we really be this low on Adams? I mean, I'm certainly not Noah Brown low on Adams.
No, I'm not putting Noah Brown over Adams. But
that's
it's
like
Dotson
desperation flex territory. I do kind of like Dotson.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could start Dotson over Adams. I'm still going Adams.
Yeah. This is where it gets tough. Not Noah Brown. Pick up stash, sure, if you need, but not over these guys. Not this week. Man, it's not as good a spot for Dotson. I'll go Devontae Adams too, and then Hunt or Singletary.
Gotta be Hunt. I mean, you can't. I'm not. Yeah, I mean, what are we expecting from this Texans run game? Nothing.
Yeah, I think at this point it doesn't matter who the Texans have at running back. It just doesn't matter. So no, can't go Singletary. He had all the touches last week and did nothing. All right, and then okay, let's talk about those same players. Sean now wants to know: would you trade Adams and Hunt
Yeah.
for Brees in London?
Definitely. I mean, you're getting a huge running back upgrade, and even if you think Adams is still going to be better than London, which he could, the downgrade from Adams to London is nowhere near the downgrade from Brees to Hunt. Yeah, give me Brees in London for sure here, for sure.
Yeah, this definitely would do this. So then I guess don't start Adams and Hunt, start Brees in London. Gabriel. Worried about Walker being hurt again with a chest injury. He's always on the injury report. I don't know.
Yeah, he's always. I don't know.
I don't think
Maybe
that.
that's why Charbonnet is getting so many touches. Maybe he's just not close to 100%. I don't know, but he's always on the injury report. Look, I like Kenneth Walker this week. It's a good matchup at home. They should be in control. It should not be a blowout. I'm giving him one more chance. And yeah, if my other option is James Cook, I might as well just roll with Kenneth Walker.
Right. Yeah. Can't feel a great James Cook week. He's playable, but Walker, he's going to play. He does have a good matchup. I'm going Walker still. Sammy, wait on Connor or play Foreman.
I'll just go Foreman tonight. This is a case where I won't risk it. I'll just go Foreman. It's a great matchup. Brian Burns just got ruled out, which hurts the defense even more. The Panthers defense even more. I could see Foreman having like 80 yards and a touchdown tonight. I'll take that. Just give me Foreman.
Yeah. Go Foreman. Should be solid. And then Arvin ended up trading Downs for Brian Robinson straight up.
Well, I would say it's a fair trade, except I'm very nervous, like I said, about Josh Downs. Remember he's dealing with that knee injury last week, played. He got like one catch and then left the game and never came back and was quickly ruled out and hasn't practiced all week. Yeah, I'm very worried that he probably should have just sat out last week. So if Downs was healthy, I'd say it's probably fair. Maybe even I slightly prefer Downs, but I'm really worried that he's far from healthy right now.
Yeah, if you got Robinson, then now this looks like a good deal for you. Should I trade Pacheco and Dell for Achane? I definitely do that.
Yeah, I think you have to. You have to gamble on Achane being back next week and doing Achane things.
Yep. And then he also wants to know, would you go Auden or Pitts?
I'm starting to not like Otten either.
Now, he's a guy I am still in on for the most part. I know technically it's not a great matchup versus tight ends statistically for him, but his target share has been jumping up a lot the last 3 weeks. It wasn't just the last week was like a 1 week outlier. And I am starting Otten in one league where I have Kelsey, and then in another league, I can't remember if it's the same one. This is the problem with having so many leagues. I can't remember if that's the league where I also do have Pitts. Oh, no, it's not. That's right, because I just traded Kyle Pitts to get Dalton Kincaid. So I would go Otten over Pitts.
I think I'm going Pitts.
Because of the reverse Art Smith psychology thing.
No, just because I don't know. I mean, I know Otten's getting targets, but I feel like we see the Otten of the previous 2 games where he was just okay. I mean, the Titans have yet to give up a touchdown to a tight end all year.
Yeah.
So
not a great matchup.
Yeah, I'll just gamble on Pitts, I guess. I just don't think Otten has a big ceiling this week. I don't know if Pitts has a big ceiling, especially when Jonnu Smith is getting jet sweeps at the goal line. Like, jet sweeps at the goal line to our tight end. Like, what an innovative offense we're running here. Nobody else, no other team is doing this. No other team running jet sweeps. No other team is on the same level as me running jet sweeps to our tight end at the goal line.
And that is factually true. No other team is doing what they're doing. Yeah, this is a close call. So pick whoever you like better. What about Eric Fortis Jr.? All right, muchachos. That's us. Olave or Nakua rest of season?
I think I got to go Olave. Maybe I've gotten too low on Puka, but we do have to worry about Stafford. When is he back? How healthy is his hand going to be? The offense already wasn't looking good before the injury. I got to go Olave over Puka rest of the season.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think you're right to be low on Puka because there's obviously questions with Stafford, not just from last week, but you got to wonder. This is not a guy who's, in his prime. Let's just face it. He's already pretty old and he's been having all sorts of injuries the last 2 years. That's the thing. This is not just something minor either. This was to his throwing hand. So, yeah, I'm nervous enough in general. And again, it's not just the injury. Last couple of weeks, other than that one game, I don't remember how long ago it was against the Steelers he went off, but Puka's not been doing amazing things the last few weeks. So I'm definitely going to Olave. Nando's World, full PPR pick 2, Bijan, Aaron Jones, Rachaad White.
I'm still going Bijan and Aaron Jones.
Yep.
I know Rachaad White's been good. It's not a great matchup for him. If you want to play Rachaad White over Bijan, fine. I don't think it's the worst choice, but I'm still going Bijan and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, going with the first two. Rachaad White is a solid choice here, but again, gotta like the way Aaron Jones has looked lately. Still playing Bijan. All right, Pedro Navarez, Murray or Gino? We already
Gino. I'm gonna bet on Gino being good at home against Commanders.
Yeah, I'm going Gino too. Sammy wants to know if we can at least appreciate that Michael Thomas has been healthy all season. No.
That's true. Okay, there you go. Big win. Big win for the MT believers. He's been healthy.
There you go. He's there. He's shown up.
He's out there. He's running routes.
He did show up. All right, Zach Ames. Hubbard or Kittle at the flex?
I mean, I'm just not expecting a big Kittle game this week. I think I gotta go. I think I gotta go Chuba. I mean,
it's. I know your gut says not to flex a tight end,
and Debo is back and healthy, so
yeah. This one, I don't know. I don't feel much ceiling from Chuba, so I might go the other way on this one. If it was me, I might go Kittle. Hope for a big game, but I feel like both are risky here.
Yeah, both are definitely risky. I mean, I'm not super high on either this week.
What's up, Michael? Michael Fawcett in the house. PPR Sutton, B-Rob, or Gus?
Again, I'm going to say I think you got to keep rolling with Gus until the wheels fall off. I mean, you don't want to put him on your bench and have him score 2 touchdowns again this week.
I'm trying to remember Broncos. They play the Bills, right?
The Bills on the road Monday night. I'm not feeling a big Sutton game. I mean, he can always score, but you really need a touchdown. I mean, you really need a touchdown from any of these guys. Let's be real, right?
Pretty much. Sutton's not getting big yardage; he's just scoring touchdowns. So Gus can do that too. I feel like I feel like Sutton a lot of weeks will be my answer, but yeah, road against the Bills. Yeah, probably go Gus too. And then Julio wants to know thoughts about Dobbs ranked so low. Well, it's
Well,
not just because of the defense.
yeah, because I mean, look, we saw him do this in Arizona, right? He had that like 2 or 3 game stretch where he looked pretty good, and then he went back to like um also, yeah, going up against the Saints. So I get it. I think he's streamable, but yeah, I wouldn't rank him super high either.
He gives you a floor, at least put it that way. And a lot of it's because of his rushing. He's ran for a few touchdowns. That's why. But again, you don't want, unless you're just streaming for 1 week, sure, but you want to chase the ceiling, the upside, and he just doesn't bring that, especially this week. All right, Timothy Andrews, flex one, full PPR. Stevenson, Connor, London, or Nico?
This is actually tough.
I know, because part of me is like, well, roll with Connor if he's a full go. Then I'm like, maybe London.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Maybe it should be Nico. I'm
I'm
not
not
feeling
feeling a big
Nico.
Nico week. Also, I think Nico hasn't practiced yet this week.
Yeah, that's right. I did see that. Yeah. So road Nico, probably no. London is probably the riskiest, but also the highest ceiling.
Yeah.
So just split the difference and go Ramondre.
I mean, I do kind of like Ramondre this week, but it can never be like, I don't know. I think if it's my team in full PPR, I'm going Drake London.
Ramondre. What do you do? I probably would still go Ramondre over Connor. It's just London. That's the choice here. Yeah, he does get what? Arizona?
Yeah, it gets Arizona. Stashless Arthur Smith on the hot seat. It's gonna just be like he's gonna tell Taylor Heineke, you only throw the ball to Kyle Pitts, Drake London, or Bijan Robinson. They're gonna play 100% of the snaps.
All right. Well,
Bijan Robinson's gonna like wave over, like, dude, I need a break, and Arthur Smith's gonna wave him off, like,
no,
nope, nope,
we
stay
need
out
you.
there, nope, nope.
Oh man, that's a nice dream that you had. I'm gonna, yeah. I look, if you want to play it safer, you go Stevenson. London has the ceiling. I'll put it that way. Juice. I don't have quite that much confidence in the Falcons. All right, Juice 420 wants to know: would it be crazy to flex McBride over Shaheed or Pop?
I mean, look, Falcons are a pretty good matchup for tight ends.
Right. It's not crazy. It's not inspiring to me though.
Yeah, but I mean, look, he's played. It's Kyler Murray's first game back. Yeah, that's probably too risky. Probably too risky.
Yeah, well, I already said I'm going Shaheed. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see how Kyler is. Is he going to throw to McBride? Is this going to throw much at all? Yeah, I'm going to say no, and I'll wait. Even starting McBride just at tight end. Again, I'm on the fence about. I just don't know how to feel whether I should start him. So I'm just going to shoot for a big Shaheed week. Easy Vanya, Flex, Cook, Dell, Myers, Watson, or Ferguson.
Well, I think here I'm going to go Dell. I'm going to shoot for that boom week of Dell, especially if Nico is out. Yeah, I'm going to go Dell.
Yeah, if Nico doesn't play, if he winds up getting ruled out, you're right. This should be a huge Dell week. It's not Watson. Can't be Myers. Hasn't done much. Cook. It's like, yeah, it's probably going to be Dell. All right, and as if on cue, even though this comment, which by the way, guys, we're catching up to the super chats. We're about 20-ish minutes behind, but right after the Falcons comments, Sir Boomer wanted to drop some knowledge.
Yeah.
The Falcons have 18 attempts inside the 5. Pitts, Bijan, and London have a total of 4 of those.
I know it's ridiculous. It doesn't even, it like literally defies logic. Like you spent a first round pick on Kyle Pitts, then you spent a first round pick, top 10 pick actually. Let's revise this. You spent a top 10 pick on Kyle Pitts, then you spent a top 10 pick on Drake London, then you spent a top 10 pick on Bijan Robinson, and then you use Tyler Algier, Johnny Smith, Kaderol Hodgins or whatever his name is. Kaderol Hodges. Well, I don't even know his name. Kahid Hodges. I don't even know who the guy is. Like you use these guys when it's like, okay, this is it. These are the most important plays of the drive. That's the guys you use. Like what?
Because they won't be expecting it. That's
True.
It's all about the element of surprise. Arthur Smith is just a ninja in training. That's what he is.
That's true. We're just not. We just can't comprehend it.
He's ahead of our. All right, Thomas, PPR, 2 receivers, 2 flex. Got Waddle, St. Brown, Watson, Dell, Shakir, and Pop. And then at running back, K9, Jones, Kyron, Achan, Foreman, tight end, Ingram, or Hill. Okay, before we get to the trade question, I guess let's do this. 2 receivers and 2 flex because he does not have much choice at running back.
Sun God and Dell. Sun God and Dell are my wide receivers.
Honestly, you really don't have many choices at all because Waddle's on bye. Watson, I'm just saying no to Shakir. I mean, it's got to be. I don't even know. Sun God and Dell, Jones and K9, and then
look,
what?
I'm gonna flex Foreman. I'm flexing Foreman,
and then flex Hill, right?
You got to play Walker and Aaron Jones.
If that's Taysom Hill, then you can flex Hill.
Oh yeah, flex Foreman and Hill. I'm flexing Foreman and Hill.
There you go. All right, now
that wasn't as disastrous as it originally appeared.
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, would you trade K9 for Olave or Pittman on this team?
Yeah, I think so. You should have Achane back next week.
And then Kyron the week after?
Yeah. Kyron the week after? Yeah, I would.
Which one? Olave, I'm assuming, over Pittman?
Yeah, I probably prefer Olave, but I would trade him for either. But I prefer Olave, yes.
Yeah, I would do that too. All right, Dan Henry. Get right to the chase. 6-3, non-PPR. 28 week 9 same players. 28. Garrett Wilson or Chuba in the flex?
Oh, I think he's saying what last week he scored 93 in week 8 and then 28 in week 9. But see, this is another very frustrating thing about standard scoring.
Yeah.
I don't want to go on a standard scoring rant. So, anyways, Garrett Wilson or Chuba in the flex. I think I still got to go Garrett Wilson over Chuba. Maybe Chuba falls into the end zone tonight, but that's always like you're really just you need that. You need him to fall in the end zone. I'll still go Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, and you were going to say because running backs, like wide receivers, basically don't give you enough points without a touchdown in standard. It's kind of like
right, but I feel like Chuba needs a touchdown anyways, and I feel like Garrett Wilson can at least get a decent yardage game. He could score. It's another good matchup, so I'll just go Garrett Wilson in the flex.
Yeah, I'd go Garrett Wilson. Again, not really feeling Chuba this week. All right, Dan. You're obviously pretty good on the season, 6-3. You'll be fine. There's ups and there's downs. But did you die? Flex spot: Shaheed, Sutton, or Flowers?
All right. Well, here I'll just go Sutton. Give me Sutton. He's been scoring. He's been pretty good. They're probably going to have to throw a lot. I feel like the Bills Monday night at home getting a lot of heat for how this offense has looked. I feel like the Bills are going to come out and put it on the Broncos on Monday night. Give me Sutton.
Yeah, they should. If not, there's going to be some rioting in Buffalo. But yeah, in this case, again, Shaheed is like what the heck flex, but at least Sutton, will get you something. So go Sutton. All right, and then Christian Hernandez, because he loves the show. Thank you. Needs to start 3 and bench 3. Standard league. I'll do another standard question. Keenan, Deontay, Hollywood, Christian Kirk, Mike Evans, and DeAndre Hopkins. These guys are all kind of close. This is standard.
Yeah, I think I still got to go Keenan. I think in standard, I like Evans. He's been scoring touchdowns. He's always got the big play upside. And I think I go Kirk. I think I go Keenan, Kirk, Evans as my 3.
Yep, I agree. And I thought we might have a difference on one of those three, but yeah, Keenan, I feel like you have to start still. Like you said, Mike Evans a good spot against that Titans secondary, and then I like Kirk this week, so there it is. Alexander's channel, trade Gibbs for Thielen.
So you got Hall, Achan. Is that Bijan Robinson? Is that who BR is? Bijan Robinson?
Possibly. Either that or Brian.
I don't know if this is the sell high I'm looking for. Maybe I'm just too low on Adam Thielen.
I mean, he's been tapering off lately, so yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, I feel like it's fair, but I wonder, could you get more for Gibbs, like, or just a different same caliber receiver?
Yeah, no, I feel like it is fair, but I don't want to trade Gibbs right now for fair. Like I'd rather, you know what I mean? Like I'd rather
Yeah.
just gamble on Gibbs. Maybe he's earned enough. Maybe he has actually earned enough. So I personally don't do this.
Yeah, I'm fine trading Gibbs right now, but like I was saying, maybe a different receiver than Thielen, someone comparable statistically. You can get a high end wide receiver 2, maybe a low end wide receiver 1. So try that. Trigger
And I did
Trey.
just see Kenneth Walker was a full participant in practice today, so don't have to
There
worry
you go.
about that anymore.
He does this all the time.
Yep.
Trigger Trey, full PPR needs to start 2 running backs, a wide receiver 2, and a flex. Bijan, Stevenson, Brees, Hopkins, Garrett, Ayuk, and then a quarterback question. So 2 running backs, a receiver, and a flex.
I'm going Brees and Bijan at running back. I'm going Ayuk at my wide receiver 2. It's really close between Garrett Wilson and DeAndre Hopkins for my flex. It's a good spot for DeAndre Hopkins this week against that Buck secondary.
They've been terrible lately. If it helps to push you over the edge one way or the other, one side of the fence, I would go Hopkins because of the matchup.
Garrett Wilson has a really good matchup too, though.
Yeah, but he has Zach Wilson.
True. Yeah, I guess go Hopkins and hope we see. At least Levis has been slinging it. Go Hopkins in the flex.
There you go. It is close. I mean, if you switch it up, Trey, and you want to go Garrett Wilson, that's fine. He should get you something. Hopkins, Ayuk, Bijan, Brees. Yeah, I still got to start Bijan. And then, would you rather start Stroud or Kyler over Lamar?
I'm still going with Lamar. I'm still rolling with Lamar. He can always have one of those crazy two touchdown rushing games with 60 rushing yards, not to mention throwing for touchdowns. I'm going Lamar still.
Yeah, you really can't. Look, he will have his down games. You still can't bench Lamar because when he goes off, he goes off. And they're at home. He'll be fine. But did you die again? Pick 3. Lamb, Ayuk, Hollywood, Addison, and Ridley.
Lamb and Ayuk for sure. Hollywood and Ridley is where it gets close. I'm really not feeling a big Ridley week this week. San Francisco plays a lot of press. He's really struggled against press. But man, how good could we feel about Hollywood first came back with Kyler? But I do feel like if nothing else, Kyler will probably throw, like when he does throw, it'll probably be a lot of passes to Hollywood.
Right, exactly.
I mean, is he going to throw to Michael Wilson, who he's never played with? Probably not. Is he going to throw to Rondell Moore? Probably not. I'm going to go Hollywood as my number 3 over Ridley.
Yeah, because even if, I don't feel good about Kyler himself, but I don't think that means all his, receivers are going to flop. McBride, I don't know. That's super risky. Hollywood, is the number 1 guy there is going to be his number 1 target for sure. I'm going Lamb, Ayuk, Hollywood. So Yeah, just not feeling Ridley this week. Daniel Chavez, DJ Moore, or Tyler Boyd, or Jahmyr Gibbs.
I mean, not Tyler Boyd. If my choice is DJ Moore or Tyler Boyd, I'll just play DJ Moore. Gibbs might be a little closer.
Detroit is going to be okay. They're on the road this week.
Chargers on the road.
Chargers, it's a decent matchup.
I mean, the worry with Gibbs is very much the great unknown, right? Like, did he do enough those last 2 games to earn a big enough role, or is he just going to go back to what he was, like completely what he was, or is it going to be like somewhere in the middle where it's like, yeah, he gets a little more touches, but still not enough. But just what is the ceiling with DJ Moore? I mean, again, it's his old team. Maybe tonight's the night where he says, just get the ball in my hands. They're not tackling me tonight. Like, I'm breaking every tackle. Like, I'm going to run like my life depends on it, and I'm going to rip off some long, you throw me I'm going to take a screen 70 yards to the house or something, right?
He's due. He's due to do that.
Yeah. Or is it another one of these games where he has like 50 yards, 40 yards?
Just more likely. DJ Moore.
Right.
I mean,
it should just easily be DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I think I still might go DJ Moore tonight. Oh, man.
It should be. In PPR, I think you probably should go DJ Moore.
You know what the real painful part about playing DJ Moore over Gibbs is like, when it's Sunday and there's a bunch of games going on, if one of your guys is struggling, but the rest of your team is playing well, you don't really notice it, right? You're like, oh, my team's going off. You don't really notice if like Jahmyr Gibbs isn't doing anything. But if it's Thursday night and your guy is not doing anything, it's like pain, and then you have that pain the rest of the week until the Sunday games start.
Yeah, and then you have to see the matchup every time you go to see your lineup, and it's like 1.9 points, and you already have
you're projected to lose by 25 now because DJ Moore got you 1 point or something. But I'm probably still going DJ Moore and just hoping for the best tonight. Oh, man.
This week only. This week, hopefully Justin Fields comes back. Yeah, go DJ Moore. All right, J Army 916. Start 1. Noah Brown, Mingo, or Sanders.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I may have the shirt, but I don't think I'm starting a Panther here.
Yeah, I'm not starting. I guess Noah Brown. I guess, especially look, if Nico Collins is out, I mean that he's gonna have to get more involved. So I guess Noah Brown.
Yeah. We got to go Noah Brown. 95 was offered Devontae Smith and McBride for Tank and McLaurin. I mean, you have Kincaid, so you don't need McBride.
Yeah, I think since you have Kincaid, I mean, sure, I prefer Devonta Smith, but like, what are you gonna? You're just gonna drop McBride? So you're basically trading Tank and McLaurin for Devonta Smith. I think that's a bit much.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting the Devontae Smith side, you already have Kincaid. No, I would say counter and see if you can swap out McBride for somebody, Tank-esque, like a Jahan Dotson, like somebody who's good and has some value that you could play, but somebody who's like a recent waiver wire pickup, not somebody who's a high-end draft pick or something. You know what I mean? Like a flex kind of guy. Flex. Yeah. So, yeah, go for a counter there. What about Cody Bear, 60? We need 3 in PPR, Garrett Wilson, Godwin, DJ Moore, or Olave.
Well, here I'm benching DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I like those other 3 guys this week. I'm benching DJ Moore.
Yeah, in this case, you have 3 good options. You don't have to go DJ Moore. And then, here we go. Taysom Hill or George Kittle.
I guess just roll with Taysom Hill. I'm not feeling a big Kittle week. Just not. So I guess roll with Taysom Hill.
That's the thing, is this isn't Mark Andrews or Travis Kelce. Kittle is like boom or bust, right? There's no in between with him. So you feel like Kittle is going to go off, but Taysom Hill has been going off for 4 straight weeks, so it's got to be Taysom Hill. Or is it 3? I don't know. Tony Thomas, flex 12-team PPR. Hubbard, Spears, or Downs?
Well, here I'll go Hubbard.
Yeah.
Spears not really getting the ball. Downs probably not even going to play. I'll just go Hubbard tonight.
Yeah, Downs might not play. You can't risk it with him. And Spears, so go Chuba. Luke Guerra with an interesting one. Achane and Mostert or Bijan?
I mean, I guess I sadly have to prefer Achane at this point. At least his head coach understands his strengths and says, "Hey, let's get you the ball in ways that benefit you." I guess give me Achane and Mostert over Bijan. Sad.
At the very least, you're getting all the carries in the backfield, unlike the other case where you're getting like a third of them. I guess so.
This is sad. One of the best players in the game right now is it's just sad. It's just like whatever.
I know. We buy homes near you. 512 needs 2 boom receivers this week with no Tyreek. Okay, Collins is questionable. Well, it's Higgins. No, definitely has no boom in him because he's going to be on the bench. Dell, Deontay, Godwin, Kirk, Ridley, Lockett, or Hollywood. Wow. Okay, you got a lot of choices here.
You still got some good choices.
But this is a standard league.
Yeah. I mean, I'll say if Collins is out, I think I'm rolling with Dell. He's got boom potential. And then I think I probably have to go with Kirk in standard. Maybe Lockett. Lockett has boom potential this week.
Yeah, he definitely does.
If you're looking for boom potential, I think I'm going Dell and Lockett in standard.
Yeah, if this was PPR, I would pretty much just say Deontay and Kirk.
Yeah.
This is standard, and you say you're looking for boom. I would say only Dell if Collins is out, right? If Collins plays and everything's fine there, I like Kirk. I do like Kirk. The best. Yeah, actually, I think I like Kirk and Lockett. Actually, and you know what? Godwin's not a bad choice either. But yeah, it's between those. Okay, yeah, between those two. All right. Before we go to the next one, I do. Well, actually, I don't have to, but I'm going to. I'm going to remind you all. If you didn't check us out in the very beginning, or for some reason this is your first time watching Fantasy Endgame live show, first of all, welcome. We appreciate you. Thanks for joining us. We're going to do our best to help as many people as possible answer all these questions and these super chats we're getting caught up on. But I want to make sure that you all know that we are proud to be partnered with Underdog Fantasy. And if you don't know what that is, let me tell you. Underdog Fantasy is the place to go for all your pick'ems, your in-season drafts, weekly drafts. And I'm not just talking football, every sport. So if you are a football fan, I assume you are, that's why you're watching here, you can take advantage of the new customer special. If you sign up for Underdog the very first time, use promo code ENDGAME, and you get a 100% deposit match up to $100. We got a link there down below as well. If you look in the description, click that link, it'll take you there and using that code. So you get dollar for dollar match with whatever you put into your account up to $100. And the new customer special, you can take advantage of the one that is for tonight right now. Still got a little bit of time left. Bryce Young, go higher, 0.5 total yards. And if you don't get it in time for tonight's, it's okay. There's another one for Sunday. You'll take advantage of that one too. It's Garrett Wilson. So if you're new to Underdog, again, check it out. It is easy. It is fun. And very good chance to win some money. All right, now we're about 30 minutes behind Super Chats. Let's catch up because if you do have start-sit decisions that have to do with tonight's game, well, time is a ticking. So here we go. What's up? Rise above anything. of our most loyal viewers.
Yes.
Adams, Addison, Dotson, Higgins has been ruled out. Yes. So which one?
I mean, I still got to go Adams over these guys. I'm still going Adams over these guys.
Yeah, can't feel good about Addison too much. I mean, if you really want to risk it with Dotson, you could, but I think I'm still going Adams here too. Yeah. All right, JPC 123. Should I drop Dobbs or Foreman at the flex?
Foreman. Give me Foreman in a good matchup tonight. Dobbs and the Packers. No, thank you. I'll go Foreman.
Dobbs really is touchdown dependent. Foreman has a pretty good chance to score. Carolina gives up so many touchdowns to running backs. Man, I hope Packers. I don't get on the Packers again, but yeah, do this. Go Foreman, flex Foreman. Gorilla Kid, Browns defense or the Raiders defense?
I guess I think I gotta go. I gotta go Raiders over the Browns this week. It's Zach Wilson and the Jets. Like, gotta go and they're at home. I gotta go Raiders over the Browns this week.
I mean, there's a big difference between the quality of these defenses, but you have to look at the matchup most of all for defense. On the road against Baltimore, not a good place to go with the defense. So this week, Raiders. And then hopefully then you can just play Browns the rest of the season. All right, what about Zachary Martinez? Full PPR. Jamar Chase is the wide receiver 1. I think he'll play. Needs a wide receiver 2 in a flex between DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, and Tank Dell.
I'm just going to go Kirk and Dell. I'm just going to go Kirk and Dell and not risk it with DJ Moore tonight.
Yeah, agree. It's no need to risk more. I feel really good about Kirk this week and Tank. You know he's got that boom potential. Sadly, DJ Moore doesn't. All right, not a super chat, but I feel like we need to help Dyson out. Dyson Quigley. Devin Singletary, Miles Sanders, or Rashawn Johnson.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I might just roll with Sanders and hope he gets a little more involved tonight. I mean, what are we getting from Singletary? What are we getting from Rashawn Johnson? I'll just roll Sanders and hope he gets a little bit more involved. This is sorry, Dyson. This is pretty brutal. This is pretty brutal.
You just can't start a Texans running back. It really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't. Just can't start Singletary. Rashawn Johnson, I don't even know how much he's going to touch the ball. I would go Sanders and hope that he, for the first time this year, breaks a big run. But yeah. All right. And then Jawan Flythe got offered from a 1-8 team. Cup and Miles for Monty and DJ Moore. My league mates think I took advantage. Well, look, if he offered it to you, then what can you do?
Yeah, and I'm assuming the Miles Sanders, so you basically got Cup for David Montgomery and DJ Moore. I don't even think it'll be that bad in the long term once Fields gets back. So, yeah. And if he offered it to you, what are you going to do?
Yeah. Yeah, look, Cup's not playing this week. Cup's risky because of the Stafford thing. It's really not even that lopsided at all. It's kind of risky to take on Cup a little bit. So, yeah, I think it's still good. I don't think I will do this to get Cup, but it's really not that bad. You can tell them we said so. All right, Juwan, take this back, replay, and just say, not taking advantage, not lopsided at all. Luis Ortiz, Kincaid or Ferguson? It's got to be Kincaid, doesn't it?
Yeah, got to be Kincaid. Got to be Kincaid.
And I just say that, right? Just like you can't not start for Kincaid. Ferguson's been good, but this week, this matchup, yeah, you got to go Kincaid. Is Charbonnet worth stashing?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Sure, why not? And I don't even know at this point if we can consider him just a stash, right? He's coming on, so this might be your last chance to stash him. Okay, we already did that one. Okay, let's all boom around. Got a question regarding tonight. Would it be crazy to put Chuba over Sutton at the flex?
I don't think it's crazy. Like, I don't expect like a big Sutton game. I don't know if I expect a big Chuba game. So I don't think it's crazy. If you're feeling Chuba for some reason, I don't think it's the craziest thing. I'd still go Sutton, but it's not crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. I would still go Sutton, but it's not probably going to be a big difference. Don't feel like it's a huge Sutton game. But again, I'm just not feeling Chuba this week. So, um, yeah, it's your call there. What about Edgar Padilla? In a standard league, we need a running back or receiver and a flex. Cook, Foreman, Chuba, London, Nico Dotson. Standard.
I'm going 4-minute running back.
Yeah, Foreman.
I'm going London at wide receiver. I think I'm going James Cook at flex. Dotson's interesting, but I think I'm going Foreman, London, James Cook.
Yeah, I feel like Foreman's the running back here. London is the receiver. I know it's standard. I don't know. Going Cook or taking a shot on Dotson, maybe. Pretty pessimistic about Cook these days.
Well, yeah, I mean, for good reason.
Yeah. Again, I like to, especially in a standard league, you want a touchdown. I might roll the dice on Dotson, but it's pretty close. Not starting Chuba. Probably not starting Nico, actually. What about, okay, Pierre DeCoste? So we did talk about T. Higgins. Someone in his league dropped T. Higgins just because he's not playing this week. Now, unless something has happened, we haven't heard
No.
that he's all of a sudden already on IR. I highly doubt, but just want to make sure. Am I missing something? He's not playing this week, Pierre. So he's out for week 10, but that's all we know.
Still Adam. He has not been added to the IR. And even if what are we in? We're in week 10. So he'd be back week 15. I mean, he could still be back for your fantasy playoffs. So even if grab T. Higgins if he's been dropped for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely picking him up. And even if you have to stash him for a couple of weeks, it'll be worth it. Now, if he does go on IR and they say, yeah, we're not sure if he'll be back for regular season. Oh, okay. Well, then you can just drop him. But right now, all we know is this week. All right, we got, okay, a couple of things here from Alec. 10-man half-point keeper league. Traded Etienne and Jacoby for CeeDee Lamb and an 11th rounder next year. Okay. Already had CMC and JT and Jones and HN and Ramondre. Okay.
All right. Okay.
So that makes sense. All right. And
yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that's fair. I think it's a fair trade.
So you basically saying Jacoby was like bench piece.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I like it.
If Aiden O'Connell finishes the year and Jacoby doesn't finish strong, that might be about where he gets drafted next year, anyways.
Yeah, and I don't know. We didn't say how many keepers. If it's just keep whoever you feel like, then yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. So yeah, I like that trade. All right, then we have Parabellum again asking about the background music.
Do we like the background music that much?
I guess so. Would you drop Goddard for Kyron Williams?
I mean, I'd prefer not to drop Goddard, but if you're going to pick up Kyron Williams, yes, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you definitely want the running back over the tight end. So do this if you have to pick. Chris Laborde, what's up? 3-6. Yeah, we want to get a win here. All right. Thinking about benching Bijan, starting Foreman. Other RBs are Pollard, White. He might go off tonight, but are you benching Bijan?
I'm not. I mean, look. If you're feeling Foreman going off tonight and you want to start him, I mean, don't let me talk you out of it. He always could. Pollard. He always could find the end zone. It's a great matchup for him. I'm still personally going Bijan.
Yeah, well, let me ask this. So you got Pollard and White. I mean, I feel like you want to start Pollard, especially against the Giants. Would you bench White for Foreman? Just because of the matchup?
I mean, I can't do it. I can't do it. White's been so good. I can't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna bench somebody because you really want to have Foreman in there, that's who I would bench is White. So I think you can do that. Okay. Oh, I don't know what happened. My thing just jumped down. All right. Bobby Brook. Thoughts on Michael Mayer for the Raiders?
I mean, you can't. I don't even feel that good about Devontae Adams or Jacoby Myers. How good can I feel about Michael Mayer? I'm not. I'm not stashing him. Not stashing him.
I mean, I was interested, but now at this point, just the whole passing game is just not that good. I mean, it'll get better, maybe. I think he'll still get some targets. Is it going to be enough to be fantasy relevant? That's the question. It's just, I think the answer has to be no. I don't feel like this is a team that all of a sudden is going to be pass heavy in any way. So it's just going to be too conservative in an offense. Yeah, I don't think so. And I know with Bobby, it's a 14 team league. And he had guys like Logan Thomas and talking about Luke Musgrave. I think I'd prefer all those guys over Mayer. Anto Rossello. Half point. Gibbs for Ayuk.
Yeah, this is a trade I'm making. Give me Ayuk. Definitely
Yes.
making this trade. Give me Ayuk.
Yeah, and you got Pacheco and Achan coming back. Cook. Yeah, you don't need Gibbs. I'm doing this. Definitely take Ayuk. All right, we got WLG JL Gaming with 2 on bye. Is CJ Stroud a good start?
Yes, yes. He's a good start. Don't expect last week, but he's still a good start. He's still a good start.
Right. Yeah, I mean, among your streaming options, he's definitely up there. Don't know who else you had, but yeah, I think just set with Stroud and don't worry about it. And then Amon Eileen, full PPR flex tank or Taysom?
Ooh, this is tough. This is actually tough. I'll say if Nico's out, I'm definitely going tank. I might go tank anyways. I'm kind of feeling tank this week.
Well,
Yeah, I think I'm going tank either way.
I was going to come at it from the opposite way. I was going to say put Taysom in there. I would flex Taysom unless Nico misses. If Nico's out, I'll go tank. And yeah, it could be a tank week, but it's Taysom Hill we're talking about here. I think you're fine leaving Taysom, but again, if Nico's out, I'll go tank. Young visionary, trade K9 for Devontae Smith.
Yeah, I definitely do this. I definitely do that.
Yeah, that's fine. He's asking who can I trade K9 for? Just Devontae Smith is perfectly fine.
Yep, and you got Monty who's back. Connor should be back. You got Jacobs looking good now. Yeah.
Yep, and then flex Dotson or Drake.
I'm going Drake London. Good matchup
Yeah.
for him this week against Cardinals. And he looks healthy.
Right. Augustin Olvera, flex D-Hop, DJ Moore, or Deontay.
If it's PPR, I'm going Deontay. I'm going Deontay.
It's not DJ Moore.
No.
D-Hop, I think, has a higher ceiling here, but Deontay's been solid. He's been so good. Probably just go Deontay and don't worry about it. And then Colts or Bears. I mean, Bears get the Panthers tonight.
Yeah, I think I'm going Bears slightly over Colts.
Yeah,
at home.
you don't have to worry about it. Bears defense has been getting better. They really have. And
Yep.
yeah, go Bears. All right, and then Bobby also wants to know London or Hollywood
I still got to go London over Hollywood.
this week. Yeah, I'll go London and then Logan Thomas or McBride. Logan Thomas week, Seattle against tight ends.
Yeah, I'm not feeling a Logan Thomas week. I think I'm going McBride. Me and McBride against the Falcons with Kyler Murray. Not feeling a big Logan Thomas game.
Nah. Yeah, you don't really ever feel a Logan Thomas week. It's just he just kind of once in a while happens that he has a decent week. So in this case, I guess just go McBride. And then the MC, Beauty and the Beast. Dalton Kincaid or Taysom Hill.
I'm going Kincaid. I like Kincaid a lot this week. It's a great matchup for them. They're at home. I'm going Kincaid over Taysom.
Yeah, it's so hard not to start Kincaid, but the answer here might be Kincaid and then flex Taysom. But I don't know
Yeah,
who
if you
you're ever
can.
flex.
If you
I mean,
can.
honestly, I'm not sure who you do have at flex, but you could flex Taysom, but you don't have to. But yeah, I'm going Kincaid, and the matchup is too good. Yeah, go Kincaid. Homer Simpson has a question that I thought was interesting. Komet or Godwin in half
I'm
PPR?
going Godwin.
Yeah.
Godwin. I like Godwin this week.
Yeah, I like Godwin. Great matchup. Yeah, Komet is very risky. Let's do a couple more of these just before we catch up to the super chats. Just do a quick one. Kiefer Abney, Foreman, or George Pickens?
Foreman for floor, Pickens for ceiling. I think if it's me, I'm honestly going Foreman.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you don't want to get stuck into Pickens hasn't done anything lately, and then he has a huge game, but just do we feel a huge game? Probably not.
Yeah.
Go Foreman. All right, Chris Wingfield has 2 flex spots with no tight end required. Very nice. That's Chris approved. Which
Yes.
2 should I flex this week? Ford, JSN, Laporta, Taysom Hill.
I think I'm going JSN and Taysom Hill.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, yeah, Jason did pop up the injury report with a hip thing.
Yeah, but he was back today as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's serious, so don't worry. Okay, so I see why you have Laporta and Taysom Hill. You don't have to start at tight end. Laporta's fine, but again, you don't have to start him. You don't have to start tight end. You can't not start Taysom Hill for the most part. And I like Jason this week. There you go. 95. How about Judy instead of McBride?
I mean, I'd probably still go Judy, I guess. I mean, I'm not feeling like a big McBride week, so
Is there another
I guess
receiver
Judy.
you can get that's not Jerry Judy?
Right?
I mean, I guess, right? Because you don't need a tight end. I guess. Mixter.
Oh, wait,
PPR,
that was for that trade question, huh?
Huh?
That's right. That was for his trade question.
Yeah, because he already had Kincaid. And so we're like, you don't need McBride.
I don't really want Judy. Is it somebody else? Somebody else?
Yeah.
Come on, we can do better. 95. Let's go.
Yeah. Like Daryl Hodge or something. Wide receiver in the flex: Godwin, Amari, Deontay, B-Rob, Gus, and London.
Oh wow, some good choices here, man.
Yeah, this is close.
I think if it's my team, I'm going Amari and Deontay, but I'm gonna really hate having Godwin and London on my bench. I'll tell you that right now.
Exactly. I mean,
you need to make some trades if these are your flex options. But if you're only starting one of these wide receivers every week, and then only one of these guys is a flex, and everybody else is on the bench, you need to make some trades.
Yeah, this is full PPR. I don't think I need to flex either of those running backs over these receivers. And then London, in this case, you don't need to risk it. Yeah, Godwin's the one. It's tough because could have a big game. He does have a great matchup. Amari doesn't have a good matchup, but he's been so good. And he's clearly, by far the number one receiver on his team. His target share is, so big relative to his teammates. That's why I think you have to go Amari over Godwin. Because in Tampa Bay, what have we seen? Mike Evans has been the one mainly until recently, but also now Kate Otten get involved. Rashad White catching passes. So, yeah, I think it's Amari and Deontay. Rhino. This is another non-PPR league, and it's a 10-teamer. Starts it. All right, so at quarterback, Dak, Levis, or Kyler?
Gotta be Dak. Gotta be
Gotta be
Dak.
Dak. Yeah. All right, that's easy. Let's do another, I think, easiest one. Tight end, Kincaid, Laporta.
That's actually not easy, but
No, not going Kincaid?
I think I still got to go Laporta
Hmm.
over Kincaid.
Surprise you? Well, because you had Kincaid on the booms, and so you figure you
Yeah, but
feel like he's gonna make it.
we don't ever put like we don't put Christian McCaffrey on the booms. We don't put like the
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
you say that are no doubt must starts on the booms. Like
right.
we don't, you know what I mean? It's like I think it was like I don't want to. It was NFL Network. I think it was like week 2. I came across their video like players that are going to score 35 plus points, and it was like Jalen Hurts, and it was like Christian McCaffrey, and I was like, this is the most ridiculous video. Like you're just telling us that the best players are going to be the best players. Thanks a lot.
Very unhelpful. We try to be more helpful. But we did talk. Remember, we were like, do we put Kincaid as a must start, or do we wait one more week? Like, let's just wait one more week. But he's to me, he's pretty much there right now with Laporta. I don't know. I mean, it's close. They're both good options. So you lean Laporta, I lean Kincaid. So Rhino, pick your poison. Definitely Dak. All right. What about wide receiver Diggs? Yes.
Yes. Diggs and
DJ and
Amari.
Amari. I
Yeah, Diggs
mean,
and Amari.
Amari's number 2. DJ, I guess, is if you need a third. Bijan, Stevenson, Jones, K9, Madison.
I'm going Bijan, Aaron Jones. I would say if you want to put K9 in and not risk it with Bijan, but I mean that's risky too, right? So I'm just gonna go Bijan, Aaron Jones.
Yeah. This is non PPR. Still don't know. K9 is still a little bit risky. I think Bijan and Jones, and then if you need a flex, it would be K9.
Yeah, if you need a flex, it would be Walker. Yeah.
What quarterback would you save as a backup? So I guess you're ditching one. Well,
You're ditching Levis. If you're ditching one, I'm ditching Levis.
yeah.
But you can roll Dak rest of the season. He's already had his bye. So
All right. Let's go to Jaime Cervantes. Sit 1. Flex. Full PPR. Amari Adams, Dell, DK Gibbs.
can I sit in DK? I mean, it's such a good matchup for him this week. But what when is it gonna happen? When is it gonna happen for DK Metcalf? Maybe it's his hip. Maybe it's his hip thing. Maybe he's not healthy. I don't know, but
Yeah, he's just not getting targeted as much. I mean, partly because JSN, but it can't just be that.
it's either DK or Gibbs, I think. Or do I sit Dell? But man, Dell has the potential to really pop off. DK Gibbs is probably where I'd be struggling with if it was my team. Like, do I sit DK or do I sit Gibbs?
I mean, I know DK hasn't been good, but the matchup is so good. If it's me, I might say Gibbs.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of where I'm leaning. It's kind of where I'm leaning. I could. You ask me tomorrow, I might say DK. You ask me on Saturday, I might say Gibbs again. You ask me Sunday morning, I might say DK again. But yeah, it is such a good matchup for Metcalf this week. It should be a good game for him.
right. So at least it's one of those. But, yeah. Bobby Brook. Love, Watson, Bryce Young. Got to probably just be Watson.
Yeah, I think in this case, just go Watson.
Yeah.
Don't
Can't
love any
start
of these
Bryce
guys this week, to be honest.
No. I mean, obviously you need one. It's probably Watson. 95. Picked up Keaton. Would you stash Keaton or Charbonnet?
I mean, my head says Charbonnet. But if Charbonnet's still sitting out there, I mean, is anybody really picking up Charbonnet? I might just grab Keaton, see what he does this week. If he does nothing, then fine. Drop him, pick up Charbonnet next week.
Well, both are kind of just stashes, speculative pickups, but my head and my heart and my gut and everything is saying Charbonnet because Charbonnet is a guy who can kind of do it all. Keaton Mitchell's more just like a hope he breaks off a long run and nothing else, kind of a little more gimmicky, I guess. I don't know, that's not probably the best word, but yeah, I would go for Charbonnet. Kane, Chase, Higgins. Well, okay, Chase limited in practice, but he's not out like Higgins at least yet.
Yeah. But so you're saying like now you're worried about starting Burrow? I'm still starting Burrow.
No. No. I mean, what if Chase, because Higgins is out, what if Chase is out for this week too? Then are you worried enough that you stream?
Potential. I mean, depending on who's there. Like I'm not streaming like Will Levis or Josh Dobbs or guys like that over him.
CJ Stroud, maybe.
Maybe. But good luck getting CJ Stroud late in the week.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't get another QB right now. If Chase still plays, you're definitely going to want to play Burrow. But I guess keep an eye and monitor. It also depends who it is. Don't bench Burrow just for the sake of benching Burrow.
Right.
AV, why haven't they ruled Goddard out yet?
Because they're on bye. They don't have to.
to.
They're on bye. If he's going to get put on IR, sadly, it's not going to be till next week.
Okay, but look, you're saying, do I drop him or Hendo? You can drop Hendo.
Yeah, you can drop Henderson.
Like,
yeah, they're not going to rule Dallas Goedert out this week because they're on bye.
Right. But you can definitely safely drop Henderson because he's not going to play this week either. And
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just drop Henderson. All right, Ricardo Andrade, pick 2. Gus, Jones, Eckler, Ford.
Eckler and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, definitely those two. Eckler and Jones. Pick 3, St. Brown, Addison, Kirk, Moore, Deontay Johnson.
St. Brown, Kirk, and Deontay.
Definitely St. Brown. I definitely like Kirk. And yeah, Deontay like Moore. Can I get insights on players? He's dropped Pickens.
Why you dropped Pickens for Deontay? Is Pickens still sitting out there?
Dropped Pickens. Somebody dropped what? He dropped Pickens for Deontay? Is that what he's saying? Okay.
Yeah. So is Pickens still out there? If Pickens is still out there, I'd pick him back up. But I don't know who you have to drop. I don't know who else you have. I mean, is this your whole team? It must be a very shallow team. I mean, a very shallow league, I'm guessing.
Yeah, this sounds familiar. I remember something about someone asking, well, Deontay or Pickens. I think we said Deontay, which makes sense. Like if you had to drop somebody, it would be what, Addison? I mean, you're dropping Addison to get Pickens? Maybe, but I don't
think so. I don't think so.
Okay. I mean, I don't think you have to keep guys like Ford, but you don't have that much running back depth. I wouldn't drop a running back for Pickens when you don't need him. So I think if this is it, like this is what you got, then just keep it the way it is. If you have a backup tight end that you don't need, you can drop him. If you have a backup kicker or defense for some reason, you can drop those guys for Pickens. Oh, okay, that's funny. I love Boomer. Boomer always got the jokes. Jeremy all gave me the face. Guess we did. Brown, Mingo for Mooney.
No. Mooney. Nah.
I mean, maybe Fields, coming back in a week or two. But
what did he even do with Fields before, though?
Yeah. I mean, I think you can drop Mingo. It's pretty safe to say now this offense is not getting any better because I thought they might, and they're clearly getting worse. But, yeah. Yeah, I hate to give you the same face again, but it's like, eh. All right. And then Chris Laborde. It is standard. Talking about that Foreman over White thing. I think so. I think you can do that.
Yeah, I think it's standard. I would go Foreman over White.
Yeah, and he's feeling you're feeling a big Foreman game. Go Foreman.
Standard definitely makes you feel better about that decision for sure.
Yeah, Skyward 4, half PPR, 10 team, 1 flex, 7 and 2. Hurts, Swift, Bijan, AJ Puka, Hawkmore. The set, Kyron. I don't know what the set means. Kyron, Taysom, Dell, JSN. I guess those are on your bench. Okay, no, that doesn't make sense. Do I sell Swift +1 or Bijan +1 for Achan?
I mean, I guess it depends on the +1, but who's the +1 going to be? Like JSN? I mean, no. Actually, I don't think so. I don't
think you need to make that risk. I mean, why? What is Achan? Are you sure he's going to be significantly better than Swift and Bijan the rest of the season? I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Look, you're 7 and 2. You got a good team. Like, you don't need to mess with it and take that kind of a chance, anyways.
Right.
Now, if you want to sell Puka, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if you want to trade Puka +1 for Achan, just don't make the +1 Bijan or Swift.
Right. Puka. Do you think Puka and Taysom?
Maybe.
That could get it done, and I don't think that's hurting you. Like, maybe do that. But then you still have all these running backs, and like, who do I start?
I know that's the thing. You don't really need Achan.
Right. All right, then MC Beauty and the Beast with another RB2. Eckler or Barkley? Those are your RB2s?
I mean, it's got to be Eckler.
I guess you have CMC as your RB1. I don't know who else could possibly be your RB1.
Right.
Yeah, it's Eckler. It's definitely this week, definitely Eckler. I guess it's pretty much just Eckler going forward, right?
Yeah, especially with Tommy DeVito. I mean, man, it's going to be, Barkley's probably going to get 35 touches, but it's going to be like 35 touches into 10-man boxes all game long.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, go Eckler. All right, we got, 15-ish minutes before the game starts. Try to get to these chats here. Zach Kane needs help. Bears or Niners defense?
I think I'm going Bears, actually. Niners D, I mean, they're great, and they added Chase Young, but Trevor Lawrence hasn't been taking a lot of sacks. He's been getting the ball out quick. He's somewhat mobile. I think the 49ers defense will be okay. I'm just not expecting a big 49ers defense game in fantasy. So give me the Bears against Bryce Young at home.
Yeah, I think this case you go with the matchup. Go with the Bears. And then what about Thielen tonight? Nicodemus wants to know Thielen or Ridley.
Give me Thielen. I'm not feeling a big Ridley game. Just give me Thielen tonight.
Yeah, not feeling good about Ridley. Go Thielen. What about Vanny K, Thielen or Cooper?
Well, here I'm going Cooper. Oh man. Actually,
Cooper riskier for sure.
Yeah, maybe just go Thielen. Actually. I mean, I said Cooper real fast because I just like Cooper, but and maybe I'm not as high on Thielen as I need to be, but now that I think about it a little bit, maybe just go Thielen tonight. Maybe go Thielen.
Yeah, I probably should go Thielen. He should still have a decent floor, right? Decent floor in this game. Because he shouldn't get too much straight up coverage from Jalen Johnson, the way he works and where he lines up. Probably just go Thielen here, unless you feel like you need a boom week from your flex, like you're down or whatever. You can't be down because the Thursday night game hasn't happened yet. So, I would just go Thielen. Jedi Cop.
I haven't even had a game. I'm already down big.
Already losing. How did this happen? That's what happens when you put Falcons in your lineup. You just negative points before the week starts. That's what should happen to you. All right. Not going to get on that again. Kittle and Kincaid.
Here I'll definitely go Kincaid. Give me Kincaid over Kittle this week.
Yeah, Kittle too risky here. The mixer, my team, CD Bark mix, CD
Why you have
again.
CeeDee Lamb twice? You get like double points for CD. That is massive.
It's a double CD. J Herb as well. Trade ideas.
I mean, Mikester. I'm not trying to be mean. I know my wife says sometimes you sound, annoyed or condescending, but I think that's just the way I sound. It's not intentional. But you can't only tell us you have CD, Barkley, Mixon, and then CD again, and Justin Herbert, and then ask us for trade ideas. I mean, like you're not giving us anything to work with here. Like you need to give us more of your team. I mean,
right.
I guess you could try to trade Mixon right now. He's coming off 2 big games, but I don't know what your team needs. You know what I mean? It's very hard to just say trade ideas when you're only giving us. I can't imagine this cannot be your entire team. Like it's impossible. So you need to give us some more details here.
Yeah. Don't trade CD Lamb is my
If
idea.
you have
Don't
2 of
trade
them,
Barkley.
maybe you can trade one of them.
If you're gonna trade one of them, trade Mixon, but I don't know what you need back either. So
Yeah. We need
you
more info.
You can put some more details if you want. Regular chat. We'll have time if you want to
Yes.
hang around after the game starts. We definitely want to help, but
Yes.
yeah, there's not enough to work with. All right, Ron G. We know he has signed up for Underdog. Howell or Purdy? Because your guy's on a bye.
I think I got to go Howell. Howell's been good. I do kind of sneakily like Purdy this week. He's got all his weapons coming out of the bye, but Howell's been good. He hasn't really he's only been bad like one time. They may need to throw a lot. I'm going Howell.
Yeah, I'm pretty easily going Howell here. I know he gets Debo back. I know it's a good matchup, but still going Howell. All right. I hate Endeavor. I don't know what that means. All right, Chris, quick, name an anime character, and he'll edit it.
Goku. Actually, do Vegeta.
Very nice. Okay, I'm gonna say my favorite of all time, Koro Sensei from Assassination Classroom. If it has to be like a human type of character, I'll say L from Death Note. Other favorite one. All right, Alex Ayala. Slight panic with Higgins injured.
I'm glad you're only at slight. That's good.
Okay, so should I try to trade Godwin and Warren for Olave? Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah.
You don't love it?
I think I'm probably slightly higher on Warren than you are. I think that's the difference. I think for you, Warren's just kind of a throw-in.
Pretty much.
I think it's okay. I think it's fair. And anytime it's fair, I'm going to want the better player. I think Olave is the best player in this one. So sure, take Olave.
Yeah. But see, I thought you would significantly, maybe not significantly, but I thought you would like Olave over Godwin like a fair bit.
Yeah, but I do.
You think Warren evens it out?
Yeah, he is starting to. I don't think he's going to ever be the guy. That's never going to happen. But he is starting to kind of carve out a little bit bigger role. So.
Yeah. My thing here is like if you're throwing Warren in with Godwin, hopefully nobody has to start Warren every week, you put your better running backs. But if he's just like your fourth running back, then whatever. He is kind of a throw in. So I think I would do this. Mario Gallegos, would you accept Najee for Schultz? I know it's a tight end, but are we trading for Najee?
Not really, but if I don't know which side you're getting here. I'll say if you're desperate at tight end, I think I take Schultz. If I'm desperate at tight end, I take Schultz. I'll trade away Najee for Schultz.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you already have like a good tight end and you're like, well, I'm never going to start Schultz and you need a running back, I guess you can get Najee, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to be desperate at running back to do this. I think Najee's just been okay. So it really depends. It really depends. All right. What about R9 Enzo? Would you trade Pacheco, Kittle, and Puka for Chase?
Yes. Yes. I mean, you're trading a tight end, like an okay number 2 running back, and a wide receiver with a lot of question marks right now with this quarterback and the offense for Jamar Chase. Yeah, give me Chase.
Yeah. Doing it. Pacheco to me is not a guy I really want to start every week, anyways. Kittle, I mean, I hate to just say he's replaceable, but look how many tight ends have been waiver wire pickups this year who have done better than Kittle. And you
Yeah.
you said this from the beginning, right before the season. You're like, yeah, Kittle is just kind of a boom bust guy.
He's
So
he might be the most overrated elite fantasy tight end. Like every year he's like, oh, kid. People are like, Kittle. And then every year he's just kind of okay. Yeah, he booms. He has those occasional boom games, but most of the time he's pretty bad, actually.
right, that's the thing. When he's good, he's really good, but he's not good more than half the time. So yeah, coming off that huge season, it's yeah. Anyways, yeah, I do this. Take Chase. All right, he obliged Mixter. Here's the team.
All right. Here we go.
Mixon,
Let's
Saquon,
okay,
CD,
much
London,
better,
Amari,
much better.
Gus, B Rob, Deontay, Judy, Herb, Godwin, Ferg, and Goddard.
All right, well, I'm still gonna say Mixon is a good trade piece, but you need running back help. So maybe you could package like Mixon and
Gus.
then
You think sell high on Gus?
yeah, or Gus, but I feel like Mixon probably has more value than Gus as far as trade wise. So I'm wondering if you could package like Mixon with Godwin or Mixon with Deontay or even Mixon with Amari and go get a running back like go get a DeAndre Swift. You might still be able to get a Jonathan Taylor. Maybe a Chan. Somebody like that.
Yeah. Do you think
Maybe
Kyrie,
Bijan.
do you think Kyron is worth it or too risky there?
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to. I think that's a little much for Kyron. Like if I was going to get Kyron, I'd maybe want to do like Mixon and Judy. Like I feel like if
Yeah.
I'm going to trade away Mixon and one of those wide receivers I mentioned, I need more than Kyron.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree there. All right. So there you go. Hopefully that helps you out. And Python, what is up? 1-1-1. Ridley, London, Dotson, Javante, Gibbs.
I'm going London at wide receiver, Javante at running back. And then I guess here I probably need to flex Ridley. I don't know if I can put Dotson or Gibbs over Ridley this week. I'm not feeling a big Ridley game, but Dotson risky too, Gibbs risky too. I probably go Ridley.
Yeah, London is my receiver. Javante, a running back. Flex is where it's tough. Not, I don't see as much upside with Gibbs here. I guess it should be Ridley. I might just go Dotson because I'm not feeling a big game from Ridley. But yeah, maybe I'm just too pessimistic on Ridley. All right, the Rico guy is here. Let's fill. Week 10, here we go. Have Ingram and Ferguson. Okay. Who are you starting? And then is Dotson the flex over one of these? Are you flexing a tight end or are you flexing Dotson?
I think I still got to flex Dotson over these guys. I think if it's me, I'm still going Ingram. It's not, I mean, it's technically not a great matchup for Ingram this week against the 49ers.
No, not really. I think at tight end, I like Ferguson. I don't know. Dotson should have some sort of a floor, right?
I mean, I do wonder. Yeah, the Commanders should need to throw. Yeah, maybe Ferguson and Dotson.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have to do. Yeah, it shouldn't be a big Ingram week. Could be fine, but even so, it's not like he has this massive ceiling. So I would rather take a shot on Dotson having a big catch, big play. He's been good lately. All right, please help quick. Wei Yu Zhang, Dell or more if Nico doesn't play, which we won't know until.
Yeah, but I go Dell. I probably go Dell either way, honestly.
Yeah, I think Dell will be fine. You're not going to miss probably a huge game for more, so just go Dell. And then last couple of games getting underway soon. Rusty Shackelford was offered Devontae or Godwin for Gibbs.
Is that Devontae Adams?
Must be.
I mean, are we this low on Devontae Adams?
No, I would do it. I would take. I
Yeah,
would probably take. Well, yeah, I would take Devontae Adams. I think I might take Godwin too if you need a receiver.
yeah. Give me Devontae Adams.
I think again, this is the time to sell Gibbs still.
Yep.
I feel like that's high enough. So yeah, I would do this. I would take Devontae still. All right, last couple. You're welcome there. No problem. ASAP, Anthony S., Hubbard, or Madison?
Madison. I'll just take Madison. He's getting all the touches. He catches passes.
Yeah.
Give me Madison.
Yeah, definitely Madison. Back to being a workhorse, whatever that's worth. So he gets a little bit of bump. It's not going to be a great offense. Let's not kid ourselves. But Hubbard, I mean, talk about not a great offense. Yeah.
Right.
And maybe Miles Sanders does get more involved. So yeah, go Madison for sure. And of course, yes, got to shout out Rico Dell. You know what? Maybe it was your influence, Phil. I'm going to tell you this. I did pick him up in the league today. I stashed him. I'm looking ahead, looking at because I'm telling people, go ahead and get your upside running back stashes now, right? It's almost playoff time soon. Handcuff your guys. There's one league where I have Pollard. I was like, you know what? I should just get Rico Dowd now. Let's see how that turns out.
Right.
Last one. Let's find a really good one here.
We had another super
One.
chat.
Oh, we didn't do this one?
No.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, Alex. Alex Sanchez, pick 2, half PPR, James Cook, Javonte, B-Rob, Connor. We need 2.
Assuming Connor plays, it's Connor and Javonte. If Connor doesn't play, it's Javonte and James Cook. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, Connor, I think, stands out here, assuming he's full go. Full go. Now, what if they say, yeah, he's going to play, he may be on a pitch count kind of thing. You still put him over those guys, or?
Probably. Because, I mean, they're going to put him on a pitch count, and then the other running backs are going to be bad, and they're going to end up giving him the ball.
Yeah. James Cook is like always on a pitch count because they're just like, enough for you. You've seen the field too much.
Right.
And then RA wins 15. Would you trade Amari for Javonte? He said he's deep at receiver, no viable starting running backs. Well, Eckler and Etienne, those are pretty viable.
Yeah.
I mean, for a running back 3, nah, I don't think so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm totally good with trading for Javonte Williams, but not Amari Cooper. It's got to be like, I don't know who your wide receivers are. But it would have to be like, I don't know. Trying to look at some names here. Not Amari Cooper. I don't know. Not Amari Cooper. Not Amari Cooper.
Look, RA, real quick, just list who else you got at wide receiver. Because trading for Javonte, yeah, fine. Getting depth at running back, that's smart. But it feels like too much. I'd rather have Amari. And you say you're deep at receiver, but you know how long that lasts, right? As soon as a guy gets hurt, all of a sudden you're not deep at receiver. If anything, Amari Cooper really should be better rest of the season because number one, Watson is actually healthy, and they just traded away a receiver, Donovan Peoples-Jones, who saw the field. I know he hardly got targeted for who knows what reason, but he was on the field all the time. Amari Cooper might actually go up in value. So, All right. Yeah, that's right. So now Phil says it's your turn. You have to pick up Rico somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I have Rico in like 3 leagues still.
Yeah, you did pick him up at some point, I know, but 3
I've
leagues.
had him for a while, and I've had him for a while in some leagues. Because
I
again, I
had
don't
picked
really.
him.
I sit there and I'm like, I need to do waivers tonight. My eyes are barely open, and I'm like, whatever. And then the next morning, I just go on and I go, well, all right, Rico Dowdle's still out there. I guess I'll grab him instead.
There you go. Oh, that's funny. All right, here we go. Olave, Hollywood, Hopkins, London, Dell.
See, I would do
So
Hopkins for Javante.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'd
I would do Hopkins for Javante if you need a running back. I'm okay with
I
that
think I
one.
might work backwards here. Try Dell first, and if he says no, then try London.
Yeah,
If not, then go Hopkins.
yeah,
Yeah, I would prefer to trade those other guys. Not
yep.
Olave. Definitely not Olave. All right. It's game time. We know you guys are going to go watch football because so are we. So good luck. And of course, check out all the videos. Start sits are out. Boom's coming out. Everything is out. Well, Boom is already out.
Yep.
More coming out this weekend. And we'll see you for the next live show Saturday. Man, it's already almost the weekend. Can't believe it. All right. Good luck to everybody tonight and the rest of the week. Hopefully, we'll see you Saturday, Sunday.